Yeah, good morning, everyone. After a long run up in Dow, yesterday it saw some decline, mainly driven by few results which came negative, and also risk of scenario emerged with dollar appreciations. The dollar sharply appreciated uh, yesterday from almost around 100.5 to almost around 101.7. So that has led to some risk of scenario, and market saw decline in the US market. Uh, Even the Asian markets are seeing some impact of that, and apart from China market and Hong Kong market, other markets are down. Even commodities are also seeing some impact, though the oil continued to remain flattish as compared to yesterday same time price. But if you see during the day, it has come off by around $1, whereas iron ore is down substantially by 3% and steel is flattish. So we are seeing some profit booking across the board in different markets, and we had seen some profit booking in Indian market as well. So quite possible we may continue to see a similar scenario in Indian market as well. Now I'll request technical team to take up from here.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Good morning, all of you. See, yesterday we already mentioned that if Nifty not sustained 19,840 first half an hour, then we expect some pressure in market and is pressured towards 19,600. Today's immediate support is 19,600. If Nifty break that level and trading below that level next 40 minutes for 45 minutes, then we expect this pressure to be continue and profit booking to be continue towards 19,470, 19,300 at downside. For intraday upside, immediate resistance place around 19,770 and major resistance for index is 19,840. Fresh momentum above 19,840 only. If Nifty goes break again 19,840, then we expect up more. Till the date, we expect some profit booking at this moment also. But below 19,600, market maybe fall towards 19,474 or 19,300. Same Nifty also facing the resistance and upper end, and we saw that yesterday the 46 200 300 is a major resistance for Nifty, Bank Nifty also. Today's immediate support place 45 to 80. Below that, we expect some pressure in banking stock and Bank Nifty also towards track towards 44 9 40 and 44 700 at downside. Nifty Finance also facing, we already mentioned all three index facing the resistance. Immediate support for intraday is 20,250, and below that, we expect some pressure to be increased towards 20,100 and 20,000. Upside resistance first immediate resistance place around 20,460 and then for 20,580. So all three index yesterday we saw the profit booking, but till the trading near the immediate support zone. If break that level, then we expect this pressure to be continued in today's session also. And stock specifics, banking in ICICI looks weak at current level. We saw that ICICI trading in overbought zone last few trading session. To some profit booking we expect in ICICI Bank. And downside majorly means support for ICICI Bank 970. Today ICICI Bank break 990, then we expect this pressure to be continued towards 970 960. So first sell negative side is ICICI Bank. Positive side, ITC looks positive at current level also, because last three trading session, ITC managed to sustain 50 DMA, and that comes around 452. If, with support 452, ITC looks positive. Upside 480, 484 next immediate target for ITC. Apollo Hospital also looks positive at current level. You expect some positive momentum in Apollo Hospital. Yesterday we saw the some positive but flattish closing. But if Apollo Hospital break the 50 to 40 level for intraday, then we expect some positive momentum towards 5300 and 5400 in upside. Support place around 5180. That's it for technical derivative guy can get.
Yeah, thank you, Vikas. See, on the derivative front, looking at the overall open interest and the data is actually negative now. The open interest rose quite considerably in the last couple of sessions. The other data which I've been saying about the 19,700, 800, and 900, even 20,000 strike calls, they continue to witness a lot of open interest built up. That does tell us that the sellers were more firm, and these strikes did not witness any liquidation. That means they are going to be a strong resistance on the upside for Nifty. So as per this data, it looks like we are going to see some selling at least for next couple of days up to the 19,500, 19,450 level, which is the support area now. So until then, you will see some selling coming in. Um, Mostly, there's one or two data which is still positive, which is the PCR, which has come down quite considerably at 0.70 odd levels. Also, the VIX around 10.5 is not negative. So these two datas combined tell us that we might not see a very big fall. Probably we might reach the support and then a bounce back from there. So nothing to worry on that front. Next couple of days might be a little on the downside. From the stock specific front, looking at the overall open interest, there are almost every stock witnessed a lot of selling, but after a good rally in oil and gas space, looks like some shorts have been built up in BPCL, HPCL, and IOC. So these three stocks might witness selling going forward. So look out for the same as well. So these stocks might underperform the overall markets. A good sign now for the IT stocks, we are seeing finally a lot of shorts being covered. So the first signs are in Infosys, and we believe now is a good time for this stock to move up. So look out for the same. This stock can give you a good return going forward. And a lot of IT stocks are now, following this stock. So they might follow suit as well. So that is a good sign. Yeah. So that's it from my side. I'd like to ask the fundamental team to take over, please.
Good morning. On the results front, Bajaj Finserv performance of finance and general insurance businesses have improved, while that of life insurance has declined. We already discussed Bajaj Finance yesterday, where it had posted good results. General insurance performance improved with gross written premium growing by 23%, and combined ratio also came down to 101% versus last year 104%. Whereas life insurance business witnessed its gross written premium decline by 7% year on year, and even the value of new business declined by 30% year on year. So overall, we remain positive on Bajaj Finserv. Shriram Finance result is in line with expectation. Asset quality is stable with net NPA declining quarter on quarter to below 3%. AUM grew by 4% quarter on quarter and 19% year on year. Earlier, the issue investors had with the company was that it was unable to grow at more than 12 to 14% since many years. But now with growth accelerating, we think that re-rating in the stock should continue. Currently, it is trading at 1.5 times trailing price to book. We think it is cheap. Ujjivan Small Finance Bank result is above expectation. Advances grew by 31% year on year and 5% sequentially. NIM was stable at 9.2%. Asset quality continued to improve and net NPA remained at almost zero. Credit cost came at just 0.4%. Slippage ratio came at 1.6%, which we think is the normalized level now. ROA will remain at around 3% and ROE about 20% for next couple of years. So we think stock is cheap at a price to book of 1.3 times FY25, and we think it is headed to 2 times. So decent upside still remaining in UG1 Small Finance Bank. IIFL Finance result was flattish quarter on quarter at pre-provisioning profit level. There was provision write back which led to slightly higher PAT growth compared to March quarter. AUM grew by 5% sequentially, 29% year on year. Net NPA remains under control at 1.1%. Stock remains cheap at 2.2 times price to book, and we remain positive. Indian Bank result is in line with expectation. Most metrics were stable, with ROA improving to 0.95% now, and slippage ratio also declined to 1.5% from earlier range of between 2 to 4% since many quarters. Loan growth was at 13% year on year, and stock is trading at 0.9 times price to book. We are positive. Nippon Life Asset Management result was okay. Although mutual fund AUM grew 7% sequentially and company gained a small market share, the revenue grew lower at just 2%, owing to decline in yields. And EBITDA was down sequentially 3% as expenses grew faster than the top line. From long-term point of view, we remain positive on Nippon Life Asset Management. Home First Finance result has improved. AUM grew 33% year on year, 8% sequentially. NIM, OPEX and credit cost all were stable, and thus even the profits grew by 35% year on year and 8% sequentially. Asset quality remains stable with GNPA and NNPA at 1.6 and 1.1%. We remain positive on Home First. Motilal Oswal Financial Services result has improved due to better performance on the broking side. However, the more value segments which can command higher valuation like asset management and home finance, these segments remained under pressure, and they are not able to perform well since last many years. So that is why we remain neutral on Motilal Oswal. Thank you.
Good morning. Birlasoft has posted above expectation numbers for the quarter, with TCV coming in at $146 million, which is after falling two good quarters and some deal closure pushed to Q2. Management expects deal flow to improve in coming quarters. In CC terms, revenue grew by 2.7% QOQ. EBITDA margin improved by 170 bips QOQ. Management indicates of good growth and endeavor is to do better than industry sequentially and have margin expansion going ahead. Management is confident of Q4 exit EBITDA margin to be at 16%. Wage hike will be effective from September. Stock is trading at a P of 21.6 times FY24 EPS. Outlook is positive. Senior Solutions has posted improved set of numbers for the quarter, with revenue growing by 2.48% QOQ and 18.7% year on year, coming in at 122 crores. Higher revenue led to higher profitability to the company. Profits to the company. Stock is trading at a P of 18.3 times TTM EPS. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning. Shree Cement had its con call yesterday, wherein management has maintained its guidance for sales volume to grow by 13% to 36 million ton in FY24, with incremental volume coming in from new capacities. Management is looking to increase its share of premium products to 15% as compared to 9% in Q1, which commands better realization. Improvement in profitability will be driven by higher sales volume and reduction in petcoke prices, along with higher alternate fuel consumption. Company's fuel mix consists of 81% petcoke, so substantial reduction in cost is expected going forward. So the outlook remains positive on a long-term perspective. ACC Limited reported above expectation set of numbers, wherein volume came in at 9.4 million ton versus expectation of 8.5 million ton. which was mainly supported by increase in blended cement. Realization per ton stood at 5,533 versus expectation of 5,359. Uh, Kiln fuel cost reduced by 15.5% from 2.52 kcal to 2.13 per kcal, which led to EBITDA per ton to grow by 270 per ton to 818 in Q1 versus 549 last quarter. Margins have also improved substantially to 14.8% versus 9.7 in the previous quarter. The stock is trading at 10.6 times FY24 earnings. Sagar Cement result was below expectation. Realization came in at 4,575 versus expectation of 4,245. EBITDA per ton came in at 258 versus expectation of 376. Margins have declined substantially to 5.6% versus expectation of 8.9%. The stock is trading at EV by EBITDA of 7.5 times FY24 earnings. JK Lakshmi Cement also reported below expectation set of numbers, mainly due to declining volume, which came in at 2.9 million ton versus 3.1 million ton last quarter. Realization stood at 5,584 versus expectation of 5,457. EBITDA per ton dropped to 573 versus expectation of 680 and 618 last quarter. The company has its con call today where further details are awaited. Godavari Power reported improving set of numbers wherein revenue came in at 1,326 crores versus 1,316 crores previous quarter. EBITDA grew by almost 17% sequentially to 318 crores. Margin improvement was substantial, which came in at 23.6% versus 20.4% last quarter. The stock is trading at EV by EBITDA of 7 times on a trailing basis. Thank you.
Good morning. Nestle India Limited result was announced above expectations. The outlook remains neutral as it is trading at a fair valuation of 64 times to FY24 EPS. If we talk about the result, the revenue grew by 15.4% on a YOY basis, where the company has indicated double-digit growth across all its 4 segments. The domestic business grew by 14.6% YOY and exports grew by 25.4%. The e-commerce accounts for 6.5% of sales. Also, during the quarter, gross margin expanded by 90 basis points on a YOY basis. The management indicated that cost of edible oils, wheat, packaging materials were in the lower range, and the milk cost was stable. Also, the fuel prices are softening. However, the Robusta prices are high. Overall EBITDA margin is at 22.7%. The Coromandel International Limited result was announced above expectations. The revenue degrew by overall 1% on a YY basis. With the nutrient and allied business, revenue grew by 2% on a YY basis, which was led by the 18% sales volume growth in phosphatic fertilizers. And the crop protection business degrew by 17% YOY. The EBIT margin for the nutrient and allied business stood at 12.9%, whereas the crop protection business EBIT margins degrew by 310 basis points on a YOY basis, stood at 10%. Overall EBITDA margin reported at 12.5% versus the expectation of 11.3%. We'll share the outlook post today's con call. The stock is trading at a PE of 14.6 times to FY24 EPS. Thank you.
Good morning. Sona BLW Precision Forgings results came out and the result is below expectation. as revenue came at 732 crores versus expectation of 776 crores, which degrew by 1.6% Q on Q basis and grew by 25.3% on YOY. The reduction in FAME 2 subsidies has resulted in lower production by the electric two-wheeler industry, thus impacting traction motor sales also. The revenue from battery electric vehicles grew 13% YOY to rupees 184 crores in first quarter of FY24, which contributed 26% of the total revenue. EBITDA margin came at 27.8% versus expectation of 32.1%. The sharp improvement in the gross margin can be seen just because of the improvement in operating leverage and product mix. It also had its con call yesterday, whereby the management has guided the EBITDA margin to remain in 25 to 27% range in medium term. It also explained the partnership with Equipmake, whereby it will manufacture EV powertrains, high voltage motors and inverters in India for supply to its customers in the licensed territory, which includes India, Thailand, and selected South Asian market, and will subcontract for other markets too. The production will, with respect to the same, will start in FY25. The company also said that with 4 new battery electric vehicle program wins, the net order book grew to 22,000 crores, of which EV contributed 78%. The stock is trading at PE of 57.9 times of FY24 EPS. Thank you.
Yeah, Sterlite Technology reported numbers, though the numbers were good, has shown improvement quarter on quarter and year on year, on mainly on front of margin, but the outlook is negative, considering that the US market is showing some decline in the demand and probably expect this will have an impact on the performance in the coming period. The company has also downgraded its earning growth, revenue growth guidance from earlier 20-25% to now 7 to 9% year on year. Order book though remains stable, but the execution is seeing some headwind. So overall outlook from here is negative. You can see that Ajanta Pharma has reported good numbers, mainly driven by the branded business in India, Southeast Asia and Africa region, which contribute around 70% of the revenue, and that has shown good growth. Apart from that, that has led to a higher margin, mainly because of reduction in the raw material cost. API prices are coming off for them, and that is benefiting the Ajanta Pharma. So, overall outlook is positive for the company, though the valuations are a bit higher at around 23 times FY24, FY25 earnings. So, the upside on the valuations looks limited, but the growth will drive this stock. So, outlook is positive for Ajanta Pharma. And I'll request commodity team to take up from here.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Very good morning, all of you. For today's trading session in USD, we are expecting some profit booking from the higher side. So for the intraday purpose, one can initiate short positions in USD on the in the range of 82.35 to 83.39 levels, with a strict stop loss of 82.45 levels for the target of 82.25 and 82.18 levels. In JPP, INR overall trend is positive. So for the intraday purpose, if we get any profit booking, some more profit booking around 0.105.09 to 104.86 levels, so one can initiate a long positions with a stop loss of 104.48 levels for the target of
sorry, stop loss of 104.55 levels for the target of 105.45 and 105.65 levels. Thank you.
Hello, good morning, everyone. So in today's session, we are expecting some profit taking in commodities. So all in all, there could be some pullback, but overall prices could be under pressure. So in gold, 59, 100, 150 is a level where one can initiate a sell, and we expect prices to test 58, 800 to 700 levels on downside. So one can maintain a stop loss of 59, 350 to 400. And silver also, we are expecting prices to test 73, 250 to 70 to 700. So selling on rise is recommended. 74, 200, 250 is the area we are expecting some selling pressure. So the pullback can are sustaining uh, prices are sustaining above 73 700, then there could be some pullback. But overall, again, 74 200 to 300 is the area we are looking to sell the metal, and we expect some downside from there. So in crude, there could be some sideways movement, but overall prices are expected to trade positive as long as it is holding 65.20. So buying on dips around 65.20 is recommended, and one can maintain a stop loss of 64.50. On upside again, 66.20, 66.50 is the area we are looking to take profits. And in copper, selling on rise is recommended. 738, 39 is the area we are looking to sell, and maintain a stop loss of 743.44. On downside, again 732, 728 is the target we are expecting. In zinc also, prices could pull back till 219.50 to 220, and again one can sell with a stop loss of 222. If prices for a trading purpose, one can initiate a buy with a strict stop loss of 217.50 for a pullback, and again initiate a sell around 219, 19.50. So that's it from me. We'll end the con call over here. Thank you very much.